All right, I got this one.
Okay.
All right, welcome back, guys.
Welcome back.
No. So... Anyway, rude. Drink your water. Glug, 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 glug.
Alright, let's try it again.
Okay.
Welcome back,
guys. So, last month was Christmas. We were doing this in January. And what I decided to do for a lot of the presents that I gave to people was to just make these giant gift baskets full of junk food.
I love mine.
I will put a picture here to show off what I did. And so, of course, that had me running around town trying to find all the places to find cool things. And one of the places that I ended up going was Rural King. It's very hard for me to say rural.
The rural juror.
I had a speech impediment when I was a kid, okay? Anyway, so I went to Rural King because they have lots of individual root beers that you can't find at 7-Eleven and Wawa and everything. They didn't have nearly as many as I wanted them to have, but I was able to pick up a handful. Now, I've never been to Rural King before, so when I walked in, of course, you've got guns over here, and you've got cows over here, and there's a pen full of baby chicks over here. But what I didn't know was in the middle were like 3 or 4 aisles of food. So you have some snack foods, and you have some candy foods, and you have some potato chips foods and brands that I've never heard of, and then some typical pantry stuff for if you're just wanting to pick up sugar, stuff like that. So I'm like, I love Staples. Yes. Like, I love this store. This is my new favorite store. So I, of course, spent way too much money on snacks that never actually ended up in any of the goodie baskets because I just wanted to try them. So that's what we're doing today. We're trying a bunch of random stuff that I found at Rural King.
Rural King.
Rural. Rural King. It took like a year to fix that on me when I was in 1st grade. So, anyway, the first thing that we're going to do is this gigantic...
Huge.
Like, this is the top of my head. Here's my chin. Here's the bottom of the bag. It's huge. Huge. And this is cheddar puff corn. So this is like that pirate's booty kind of thing. Or Chester's puff corn. Chester's puff corn is very good. I like that stuff. So hopefully we will like this stuff. This is 10 ounces. And I want to say it was like $3.
Can we just get to the good part?
He doesn't care about story time. He just wants to eat it.
I like the snacks.
He likes big snacks and he cannot buy.
I like small snacks too. I like all snacks.
You're very inclusive of all the snacks.
A hard time there?
Well, I don't want to rip the bags.
No,
I've been doing that
That's what I'm saying.
every video lately. I have been ripping a bag.
Maybe we should have gotten some scissors?
Nope. Where's the fun in that?
That's a weird smell.
They're a weird shape. They make me think butterfly shrimp.
Yeah, they kind of do.
It's like right there is the poop vein. Those are good.
They are.
They have a good texture. Very similar to the Chester's popcorn. Could be Chester's popcorn for all we know.
I doubt it.
I doubt it.
It is light and I want to say squishy, but it's not squishy. It's soft.
It's light, but it melts in your mouth, I think is a good way to put it. Because it kind of dissolves in a way.
It does.
Like you can put it in your mouth and suck on it, and it'll just kind of melt. Like you don't even need to chew on it.
I'm going to go through that bag if I don't put that down.
Yeah.
That's a winner.
That is an absolute winner.
Like, I don't even want to try the rest of this now. I just want to take that and go and eat it. Yes, that is good.
That is very, very good. And imagine a wall of nothing but that bag for like 10 feet high and 4 feet wide of nothing but this generic looking bag of cheese popcorn. It was like one of those little kind of moments. It was really fun. So I'm happy I bought those.
Up next, Naughty Pretzels.
Ooh, Naughty
Ranch.
Pretzels.
The official pretzel of beer! Iron Chef. Gotta love it. Alright. Well, I guess Naughty Pretzels is the brand.
Yep.
They're ranch flavored.
I've seen
They put on here does not contain alcohol just because, you know,
it's
they're
the
saying
official pretzel of beer. I thank them for doing that because
Yes.
originally there's a couple other flavors of these. I've never heard of this brand, but I've seen them in other places. And I always shied away from them because I thought they were a sort of beer pretzel where there was beer in the mix. So I'm like, well, I don't want to. And then I just happened to see these again, and they were a good price. They were like $2. And I'm like, oh, maybe I should look at it again. And on the back it said does not contain alcohol. I'm like, okay.
So interesting little thing here. If you do like to have your pretzels with your beer, they actually tell you what that pairs well with. They say that these ranch flavor pretzels pair well with Irish dry stout, Belgian. So it's kind of hard to read because it's dark.
Yeah.
No light.
Yeah.
American Pale Ale, Belgian Saison. I'm probably butchering that because I don't drink.
I'll put it up on the screen. But that's actually really cool for people who do like to do a beer pairing.
And then it's got a little QR code where I would guess that it's going to take you to a website with more beers that they suggest pairing it with.
Yeah. Because like we don't drink, we've never drunk, we don't do wine, we don't do mixers, we don't do beer. You might think that's boring, and you know whatever. But for people who do, that's really cool. He's trying to QR code it right now to see what comes up.
Yeah. It takes you to naughtypretzels.com/beer pairings/pound ranch.
Nice.
So yeah,
Yep.
that's pretty neat. So all right, good for them.
Good for them. Yep. For those who choose, it's made in America. They support the troops. I can't see what it says. Something about the troops down here on the corner.
Yeah, it's again.
Yeah.
We're in the dark.
They're made in Georgia, which is great. Okay, I'm gonna have to do a little research on these guys just to figure out all that they do. Rip. They have a Ziploc on the top, a little zipper, so that you can save them in case you don't have enough beer for all the pretzels. Smells like a pretzel. Okay, they're a nice size. They're not like they're not a big pretzel, but they're not a small pretzel either. They're a nice little mini type pretzel.
It's an interesting smell.
That was so much more seasoning than I expected.
Yeah.
Mmm. It gets tart at the end.
It's good.
Mm-hmm.
So
Don't let the face fool you.
if you like to have your pretzels with the beers, I'm going to go ahead and guess that the beers they suggest really are going to be great because
Oh.
that is amazing.
Holy crap. Okay. I need a moment.
There is no question at all that it is ranch. And there is no question that ranch is made with onion.
There's so much seasoning on
Yes.
these pretzels.
For
So
such a tiny pretzel. Like, if those, from the last video, if those cinnamon churros had even half that seasoning,
Yes.
they would have been way better.
okay.
So,
Imagine
good job, Naughty Pretzels.
Imagine that
Wow.
you had a bowl of Hidden Valley Ranch powder, and you took a pretzel and you just went scoop, and then you put it in your mouth. That's what's happening here. It's so coated all the way around. It is salty. There's a reason that it's salty, because you're drinking it with beer. Like, that's a partnership that works well together. it immediately hits you as, oh my God, there's so much happening in my mouth, that you need a moment. That's what I made the face for. And then as it makes its way through all the flavors of the onion and the garlic and the creaminess, and then it comes back around to like the buttermilk of it all, and you get some twang in the back, that'll hit you back here, and it just becomes this all-around amazing flavor that just, again, punches you in the face, and it's so good.
I'm trying. There we go. Grandma never saw this coming.
Grandma did not see this coming. This is not something that somebody made in their kitchen and went, I'm going to put this in a bag.
It started with, it was started by a grandmother.
Well, I take back what I just said then.
Let's start with her single recipe from Mom's originally savory Italian has grown into a big family of 6 addictive flavors. Honey mustard, want to try those? The original savory Italian. Chili lime, because they know it sells. Cheddar bacon. Hot wings, and ranch. Okay, so I guess we'll be trying more of these. Good job, Naughty Pretzels.
And the pretzel itself has a good snap to it.
Yes, it is.
It's not hard. It's not soft. It doesn't feel stale. It doesn't feel like it was overbaked. It doesn't feel like it was. It was just the right level of pretzelness. And I know that's not a word, but these are just so good.
Yes.
Okay, look at it again. Go buy these.
I
right
cannot
now.
wait to try the other
Buy
flavors.
them. Okay. Yes, please.
Yes. Okay, so we are 2 for 2 on amazing. All right.
Let's hear it for Rural King so far for having root beer so that I would go explore.
2 sevens. Okay. Old Vienna of St. Louis style hot sauce flavored ridged potato chips. They are hot barbecue flavored ridged potato chips. That's in and of itself a no from me.
Yeah, I didn't expect that he would enjoy these. But these are red hot riplets. Old.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn that cheese.
An old Vienna. There you go.
Cheesy ball.
They have deeper ridges. They hold every last morsel of hot, sweet barbecue goodness that our seasoning delivers, so your taste buds don't miss a thing. Okay.
Well, if it's good as the previous two, I wonder if they make a regular barbecue.
And they're out of Fenton, Missouri. Fenton, Missouri. We know exactly where Fenton, Missouri is because we went to Wally's in Fenton, Missouri. There's a smell that I'm not enjoying. But it could be the bag. I'm trying hard not to judge on the first smell. Again, I have rubbed it across my nose.
That is a smell.
Okay, so they don't smell hot.
I'm going to have a tiny.
They're nice and big and orange.
Well, I can say that I can taste the barbecue. The barbecue is a sweet barbecue. And just from that little one, yeah, the hot takes a moment and it shows up. So I can only imagine for a full chip.
That one that I just put in my mouth, like you said, it's like that big. He's got me on the front. The chip is delicious. It's a good texture. It's not super hard. Again, it's not going to shatter.
Just from the
good
little itty bitty one
texture.
I had, it's good quality chip.
The spice level is up there. It's not an Uncle Ray's hot chip, like we're not talking that, but it's hotter than the fire. It's hotter than the fire fries that we tried from Andy Cap in a couple of videos ago.
It's a good way to clear out that.
Yeah. If you ate a good handful of these, you're gonna get snotty. I personally don't get barbecue out of them. in a typical barbecue way.
Yeah. Yes, not standard barbecue because it's mixed with the hot.
Right. It's not a straight hot and it's not a straight barbecue. It's somewhere in the middle that skews closer to the hot side of an idea than to the sweet barbecue side of an idea, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and which makes me, hopeful that they do have a barbecue.
Yeah.
Just regular barbecue.
Yeah.
That was good.
And again, I don't know what St. Louis style hot sauce is. I've never heard of it. So I can't tell you if that is on par. I'm going to have a little popcorn shrimp butt here.
All right, let's get nuts.
I like these things. Those are good. Okay. Now these are hot and spicy peanuts. So you might not want to try these.
Okay.
These are, because these really I just bought for me.
Okay.
But this is a pound of hot and spicy peanuts. The branding is so boring, but it doesn't matter because if they taste good, who cares what the bag looks like?
You know what had boring branding is really good?
Popcorn! It has a nice little rip thing right here. This way I'm not going to make a huge mess. I'm hoping that these are going to be similar to a Munchies Flamin' Hot or a Lance Hot and Spicy. Those were my go-to back in the day kind of thing. I smell more peanut than heat.
Oh, I definitely smell peanut, yeah.
Yeah, it's very peanut. Would you like just one of mine?
No, I'm good.
You're not going to try it all?
No.
Okay.
I've pretty much hit my limit on hot stuff.
You hit the spicy. Okay. I can't blame you for that. He's not a spicy guy.
I'm not.
Okay.
Well, you didn't immediately reject it.
This is a good peanut.
Okay. So if they have a honey roasted peanut, it's probably good. That means it's going to be really good.
That will be so good on this peanut. Because y'all know, peanuts, especially if you get a seasoned or a flavored or a coated peanut, they can get mushy. I don't know if you've ever had that experience.
No, I've had the opposite where they're like extremely hard.
After flavor. Not happy about that. I can't tell you what that after flavor is. That means I'll just have to keep eating and eating. Okay, not spicy. I'm going to say not spicy.
Maybe if you have multiple at once.
Yeah, maybe. Good peanut that's not mushy. And when I say mushy, I don't mean like a boiled peanut mushy. But it doesn't have like a snap to it. It's just kind of like, oh, I just ate a peanut. Kind of. I don't know. It's hard to explain what I'm talking about. But like he was saying, sometimes they're hard. Maybe they're coated with something like Buc-ee's makes a toffee peanut that has a coating on it. And those are hard as bejesus and they hurt my teeth, so I can't eat those. This is just like a powdered type coating, similar to what you would see in tube nuts.
Yeah.
But I'm not getting spicy. I'm just getting a really good peanut with an odd aftertaste. I'm going to see if I get that aftertaste again. Maybe I can figure it out.
Or maybe not. We need to cut to hold music.
Yeah, whatever that aftertaste was, I didn't get it on the second peanut. So, I'll say this. It's a delicious peanut that's not hot and spicy. So if you just want, and if they have it, I didn't look. But if they just have a dry roasted salted peanut, get it. Because this is a good peanut.
Which means then if they also have
if they have a honey roasted, it's going to be a good honey roasted peanut. Hopefully.
Right.
We thought these were going to be a good hot and spicy peanut.
Well,
But just as a product, as an ingredient.
As a peanut.
As a peanut, it's a good peanut. It's just not hot and spicy. Okay, I'm going to eat it anyway.
all right.
Oh, see, that one tasted good.
This is, I did not expect this to be this heavy.
These are hefty.
Yeah, because that misled me.
Yep.
All right, so up next is Rural King Cinnamon King Puffs.
Cinnamon King Puffs. Now they had all the varieties. They had the nuggets. Wink wink. They had the salted caramel nuggets. And then they had the cinnamon nuggets. And I decided to go with the cinnamon nuggets because I like cinnamon. But we know what these are supposed to be. I'll put a little picture right here, right over his face. Probably gonna rip this bag open.
Or explode.
Well, they don't want them to expire, even though they're already expired. These also had a very short shelf life. I bought these maybe the weekend before Christmas. Peanuts got me messed up, man. Anyway, I bought these like the week before Christmas, and the expiration date on these is Christmas Day.
I can already smell
I'm
it.
gonna say, wait for it.
It is.
It is so good.
It is perfect French toast smell.
Yes. Oh my god. Mr. King, I love you.
Originally it was just, okay, it's a puff. And then suddenly, the cinnamon.
Mm-hmm.
And French toast. It's very French toast.
It's the crunchy edge of a piece of French toast.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Another winner.
I have to wax about it in a minute, but I need water.
She's dying again.
I'm dying here. Okay. As soon as you open it up, you saw my face. It just hits you with this smell of cinnamon and butter and like powdered sugar and just exactly what you said. It's this glorious plate of French toast. You can see the butter melting on it. Somebody took the little powdered sugar and went all over it, and it's just like, this is going to be the best breakfast I've ever had in my life.
Yep.
And you get the little puff. It's not a heavy puff.
Which is weird because the bag is so heavy.
The bag feels very heavy, but the puff itself is not hard. The one from Buc-ee's is hard.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't like them.
It's got a little to it, but not so much that it takes a lot of effort to bite into it and get into it and start chewing it.
You get a satisfactory break when you bite into it. You're like, oh, I'm crunching into a shell. And then you get to the really soft inside, which is the same texture almost as the puff corn.
So you tapped it like that.
Yeah, I know. I tapped it like y'all could see it, but I just didn't feel like picking it up. But it has that same kind of texture as the puff corn. It's very soft. It's very mellow. It'll dissolve in your mouth. And you eat them both at the same time, and it's this idea of the crust of the bread of a piece of French toast with the yummy inside of a piece of French toast all together in your mouth at the same time, just making you happy. It's like, I want to eat the entire bag.
If you want French toast, but you don't have the time to make French toast, these are a good substitution. They're not going to give you the full French toast experience.
They smell.
But yeah, so the smell, the texture, the flavor, everything about them is just amazing.
And this is what? 13 ounces, so just shy of a pound. And I want to say maybe $6. This, I think, was the most expensive purchase besides the candy that we'll get to. But even for $6 for this massive bag, that is a steal.
And you're not going to be able to eat that whole bag.
You'll eat 5 or 6 of these, maybe 10.
Maybe.
It's a lot. It's very sweet. It's very decadent. But oh my god.
I could probably devastate this whole bag, no problem. This, no way.
That would have to be, like, if it was just me in the house, I would have to portion that into little Ziploc bags.
Zip top bags.
Excuse me, zip top bags, little zipper bags. And just, I can only have that many, because it's a lot.
It is, and it is so good.
It is so good. That
okay, so far the peanuts are the
peanuts are the worst.
And it's only because they are not spicy.
They're not delivering on the flavor, yeah.
So even then, they're still good.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and I'll still eat them.
All right.
Again, I love peanuts. I love peanuts. Peanuts.
All right. Wouldn't be us if there wasn't technical difficulties at some point.
Yeah. Okay. I really need to buy a new ring light, you guys.
So,
but anyway,
you need to buy a new ring light?
I think I need to buy a new ring light.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys remember in one of our previous videos, we went to Trader Joe's and we got these little cinnamon dragon things, and I kept talking about how I like cinnamon bears. I found some at Rural King. And then I had to rip them open because this is a substantial bag. So hopefully...
And then the ring light went on the fridge.
And then the ring light went insane. But hopefully I can open this without making too big of a mess. But anyway, cinnamon bears are usually a little firmer. Oh, they smell good though.
Yeah, that was the great thing about the Cinnamon Dragons. They were nice and soft.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, these have always been a little firmer and a little more shaped. It's like you can see this guy. Look at me, I'm a little bear.
Well, I just compared the smells and the Cinnamon
smells
Dragons.
are not the same.
Smells way more.
Oh yeah, that smells so much better. And like the texture is harder on a cinnamon bear. Like I can't really...
Yeah, it took some effort just to rip his head off.
I can't rip his head off. The flavor is there though. That is a good cinnamon bear. Compared to a Cinnamon Dragon, it's not the same thing. These are two completely different things. Both are good.
The bears are way more mild. But, and again, someone who's not a big fan of this type of thing, the Cinnamon Dragons are really good.
I feel like it's different cinnamon. People who don't do cinnamon like you don't really realize that there are different, like, actual species and types of cinnamon. So they'll be like, oh, well, cinnamon is cinnamon is cinnamon.
No, I know.
There are many different kinds of cinnamon. And so they probably use like an all-organic, locally sourced type of cinnamon. And these guys are over here using like cinnamon oil. And that's fine. They're just different cinnamons. They're both good. I'm happy with both. Again, I should have got my receipt, honestly. $2 or $3.
Harder, chewier, less cinnamon,
I'll have to work on one
but
longer.
still good. Dragons, of the two, I think the dragons are better.
Oh, dragons are absolutely
just
better.
because of the texture and.
But again, this is a special treat. I happen to be 20 minutes away because in our town, Trader Joe was like 20 minutes, 40
Across
minutes.
town.
It's way across town. And I don't like that part of town. So I don't go there very often. Rural King is on my side of town. And if I wanted some of these, I could just be like, hey, let me pop over there real quick. I'll be there in and out in 5 minutes. And have some yummy cinnamon bears.
Okay. So far, everything from Rural King
I am
has
happy.
been in and of itself good. Again, as a reminder, the worst was the peanuts, and only because they didn't bring the advertised flavor. As peanuts, they were great.
Yep, they do still get stuck in your teeth just a little bit.
Last item.
But not majorly. This was a splurge. This is 8 ounces of chocolate covered caramels. I'm going to go this way so you can actually see what's happening. They're just thrown in a bag. It's like, here you go, have some caramels. You can tell there's a factory somewhere where they're just throwing stuff in bags.
Whatever. Based on the previous stuff.
It has a little tear area.
Area.
A little tear, yeah. So I didn't have to bite this one open with my teeth. I don't expect a smell, but that's what you've come to expect.
Well, we didn't expect the smell of the
Fair enough.
Cinnamon King Puffs.
You can see it's a nice square.
Yeah.
Just like everybody else. They look beat up, but that's just because they're in a bag, other than, you know, nestled in a nice fancy container. So. I'm not a fan of the chocolate itself. It tastes a little cheap. It's a little too sweet for what I like. And yes, I know it's a chocolate covered caramel and everything is sweet. But the milk chocolate itself feels and tastes a little too sweet to be quality. It's not a Palmer chocolate.
Yeah, what is?
It's absolutely not a Palmer chocolate. But it's not a Russell Stover chocolate.
No.
It's not a Whitman's.
It's good though.
It's good. This would fill the, dang, I really wish I had some good chocolate covered caramels. Well, let me go buy you a random bag. That kind of thing.
Alright.
The caramel is a really good texture. It's not runny. It's not too hard. It's going to get stuck in your teeth. And I only ate half of it.
Alright. So what was your favorite? I know it's hard because they were all really good.
Everything was so good, you guys. Like, even me complaining about the peanuts and the caramel right now, so, they're not losers. Everybody on this table is a winner.
You can't see.
Yeah, you can't see the table.
Well, let me get up on the table so I can be a winner.
You're a winner. I love you. For me, because I can't choose one, my savory winner is the pretzels. My sweet winner is the cinnamon puffs. Those both knocked me out of the water, made me make a funny face. It was just such a higher level of anything that I was expecting them to be.
Well, anybody who's been watching the video or it's stuck around the song already knows my all-time #1 favorite is the puffs.
He's eaten like a quarter of the bag at this point.
But the pretzels were really good. It was really amazing, and I cannot wait to try the other flavors. Mm-hmm. And the cinnamon king puffs, they were just French toast as a
French
snack.
toast in a bag.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So those are both right behind those cheese puffs for me.
Yeah.
So all right.
Yeah.
That was a really good.
This was a good video. I want to go back to Rural King like right now.
But we still have more stuff to do for another video.
Exactly. And then we actually have to eat lunch and I have to get some work done. So.
Bye!
But until then, guys, stay weird.
All right.
Okay, so you remember in our last video when we tried those cinnamon dragons?
Doesn't even have to edit them in. I thought I had.
And we were, oh, this one's hard to get into. And we were talking about how I loved cinnamon bears growing up.
I don't think you mentioned the growing up part, but...
Okay, well, I love cinnamon bears. Cheebers, man.
Do we need scissors?
I think we need scissors. Because it's not happening. Yeah, we need scissors.
Okay.
Or teeth. You want to just bite it open?
You can. I'm not gonna.
Don't look, Mr. Dentist. Okay, we're gonna start over again. Okay. Okay.
Welcome back, Weirdos. Oh, disco light's going off.
So you guys remember in the last...